All right, y'all, welcome back to Combat Arms channel. All right, so today we're checking out something from the Canadian Armed Forces. Now, this is the Maple Resolve exercise. Now, from my understanding, this is basically the biggest exercise that the Canadian Army will do prior to some sort of deployment. Now, it sounds a lot like our NTC or JRTC, and looking at the description, I imagine it's probably going to be closer to NTC because it seems like it's more mechanized than anything. In the Marine Corps, we also have the Combined Arms exercise, which is kind of like a month-long thing as well. But I've done that and the JRTC, and yeah, they're fun. I gotta say they're fun, but they definitely feel like they take a month. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering how this is in comparison to that. But yeah, should be cool. Of course, if you guys have any personal input for this exercise, put it down below. But let's check it out. Yeah, that's a good point. This is probably going to have most of the like exciting stuff, but of course, you can imagine it being a month long. There's a lot of stuff that happens that's not as fun, especially the stuff that happens before and after the actual exercise. But Mechanized should be pretty cool. Different from what I have done. Oh, dang. I saw Wainwright. Is that in Alaska? I mean, I imagine not because this is all Canadian forces, so... I mean, it looks pretty freaking cold. So it looks like this was in April is when this was recorded. Damn, that food looks good. What the heck? And that's out in the field? Okay, that's not bad. I mean, that's one less thing to complain about, I guess. Less rations and stuff. Alright. I think it's kind of...
Maple Resolve.
Wait, what? What the heck? Was that the announcer from Halo? I know that that announcer dude has, I think it's a cameo, but you can actually request for him to say certain things. So I wonder if they actually paid for that just for this video. And if that's the case, that's pretty high effort. And I gotta say, it's a pretty cool touch. But yeah, so this is all mechanized stuff. So it looks like they have the tanks here. Now, I noticed they were also wearing face paint inside the vehicles, which, I mean, I guess... it makes sense, but I never even considered that they would actually put in that effort, which is kind of cool to see. Okay, so they're starting with a live fire. This is cool how they're getting online. So you have tanks and then the Bradleys. I don't even know what they have, to be honest. That's not a Bradley. I don't even know what they have for their mechanized vehicle. I mean, we have the Strikers, but that looks different.
We're gonna dismount here. 3 up T. Dismount, dismount, dismount. Tango 3-4. This is a 1-1. You can punch down. Over.
Yeah, the quality is pretty good. You heard? That almost sounded like a sound effect he added. Alright, so they're dismounting. This is something that I always thought looked cool, but I never did myself because I was always light infantry. Is dismounting around the vehicles. And sort of moving up with it.
Alpha, Roger, engage the target to the far left there.
So I'm guessing...
1-1. Line up between the labs. We have enemy targets here.
So 1-1, I imagine that's like first platoon, first squad leader. So I guess this guy's a squad leader. I'm not too sure, but it looks like this is probably roughly the size of a squad.
Here, hold.
But they're kind of just walking up and engaging something. The OC with all the engineer tape in the world. Dude, that is a nice thing for the vehicles. Breaking the brush for you.
1-1
Alright. And I don't understand vehicle tactics so much, but it looks like they're sort of chilling behind this crest here. And they're calling up engineers, I guess? Oh yeah, look at that. Yep. Nice. Okay, that's cool. That thing's moving. Yeah, I'm not sure what vehicle that is, if I'm being honest. You guys already know I don't know anything about these sorts of vehicles. I was always light infantry. All right, so they're doing some bounds.
Keep clearing the next 2 trenches to your front. Over.
Okay, so they're assaulting some trenches, it looks like. This is something that we really trained a lot in the Marine Corps and even in the Army. But again, I never did it with vehicles. So having that as cover is pretty nice because one, it's its own support by fire. So the support by fire is kind of moving with you. So you don't have to have as much suppression as the actual dismount. And at the same time, it's nice to have that cover that's sort of moving up with you. But you can see they're probably not going to be getting in the prone too much. Their view would probably get obscured just by all of this brush here. So that's why I think we're seeing so much of them standing and sort of taking a knee, because the terrain kind of goes up and down. And this is something a lot of privates will do, is they'll get in the prone just because that's what they're used to doing. And they can't see anything, but they'll just shoot anyway, which is kind of funny. You kind of have to break out of that robot mindset. Looks like fun though. Oh, he's got the grenade launcher, hell yeah. So I guess they're attacking that little...
This is 1-1, we are 50% way to the objective right now. More to follow, over.
That technical target they got right there. Oh my gosh. Okay. That was an odd move. I mean, it looks cool, but for him to just unload into the ground with his buddy right there, that is not something we would be allowed to do. So good on him.
You're on the right side of the lab.
An excessive double tap, but I'm not going to complain.
Tell everybody behind you. Consolidate there, over. The water trenches are going to have to get cleared here. We got about 4 on this side here. Once the Alpha pushes up to provide security, I want you, Charlie, to go and freaking clear those, okay? Roger that. Break up.
Okay, so I'm guessing he might be a team leader, because that guy looks like he's taking charge of a few different teams. That terrain is gnarly, and they have a lot of freaking vehicles. Moving up with the tanks too is freaking sweet. It's always cool when you can get that night vision footage. I never got so much myself, but yeah, I imagine he's just holding his GoPro up to the night vision or something. Nice. Damn, what is that, like a 30 millimeter or something? I'm wondering how long they're moving for. It looks like, I mean, this is like a day and night thing. Is this a multiple day assault through this massive field or something? Damn, it looks like they're walking for days too. Like, that's a lot of terrain to cover. Okay, this looks very similar to an exercise that I did in, I think it was Romania or Bulgaria. It might have been Bulgaria, but I'll put up a clip here.
Got it. Hey, we're shifting last time. Let's go.
But yeah, that's something we did a lot in the Marine Corps, was just have these massive open fields and just bound across it. Like sometimes it would be like up to like 2 kilometers long, and it's a break off, especially just being light infantry and you're just bounding for 2 kilometers with all the kit on and actually still trying to have effective fire. But especially when you're like the team leader and the squad leader and you're just having to yell, because we didn't really have the nice electronic cure protection or really a lot of radios. So you're just yelling at your teams or you're yelling to the other dudes, and it just, yeah, it destroys your head and it destroys your voice and it destroys your hearing, because yeah, you can't really hear too much when you have the hearing protection in and all the weapons are going off anyway. It looks like fun, but again, this is like a month-long thing, so I imagine this was like a multiple day process. I mean, we can kind of see with the night vision already. Sick. I wonder if they actually had targets. I didn't see what the targets look like. Their gear doesn't look that comfortable, if I'm being honest. It looks like he does have a ballistic vest, and then he's also got the webbing on top of it. I hate doing that. It's just hard to get your gear nice and tight when you have the body armor and then the webbing over it. I mean, I guess it's easy to shed layers, but I just would rather have one layer and everything just stay nice and tight. But that's also a unit SOP kind of thing. But yeah, that can be, it's just annoying having that many straps and having that many layers of gear. I'm liking the camouflage netting they got in their helmets. And this dude's just being a savage, just putting his machine gun up next to this, what would be like a dead dude, I guess. All right, now these guys get to have some fun because you have the pop-up targets, which looks like they're not really popping. They're kind of just up, which is not as fun, but yeah, they got to do some work. Damn, it must be like a nightmare to try and keep everyone online with the vehicles, because with the terrain like that, it tends to funnel people into each other. So yeah, trying to manage all that must be kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, nice little resupply there. That's pretty cool. I think that's what that was. Oh my god, the mud. Weird boots literally just have like a layer of mud on the bottom. See, that looks miserable, but that's actually like super comfortable. You kind of forget you're just laying in like the open nature, just on the mud and dirt and stuff.
Come left. BMP moving in the open, right to left.
Damn, those gloves have seen better days.
In there, you'll see them. Sam, a battle BMP on.
And then it looks like this is right before nighttime, or I guess early in the morning. That's usually what'll happen. Try and keep you on your toes, yeah. Have like an assault or something right in the morning. Damn, it looks like fun, but it looks like a lot of work. I'm not sure how much like rest time they had in between all of these movements. But with these month-long exercises, nice. You can kind of expect to not have a whole lot of comfort or amenities. Oh snap, they're attacking. Okay, so yeah, now we're seeing, I'm guessing this is a force on force. Okay, nice. So I'm seeing the blank firing adapters, I'm seeing the blanks, and now they're making this urban. Yeah, the vehicles are nice to be able to push up to the building at least. Why they? Oh, they're dead. Okay, I hear the Miles gear. So the Miles gear, if you guys don't know, and I'm not sure if I've really explained it in another video, but basically you can see this is a sensor. So whenever you fire the blank, it'll shoot a laser through this sensor, and then they're basically wearing like a halo of sensors on their helmet or what have you, or their hat, and they'll also have lasers sort of on their body. And if this sensors on their body, so if the laser hits one of the sensors, then that means like you got shot. Sometimes it does like near misses too, so you'll kind of hear that. And yeah, when you get shot, then you hear like the long sustained ringing. So if you hear that, that means that some dudes got schwacked or something. And I gotta say, it's kind of annoying when it goes off, like you're the guy that gets killed, because you just have to hear that long ringing for like until somebody comes and like revives you or just stops it. It can get pretty freaking annoying. And stressful for everybody else who's still alive, hearing all this long sustained ringing around you. Yeah, so they got hit moving up. I'm wondering why they didn't just push the vehicle up a little bit further so they could just move to the buildings. To Valhalla, what? Nice. Okay. Oh, dude. Oh, they got it good. Oh, that sucks. They got it real good. This dude's gonna get messed up. There's no way. Is he just moving by himself? Okay, this dude's having a hard time. It looks like they're all having a hard time. And the crappy thing with this is because your weapon will be assigned to your sensors, so you can't just like pick up somebody else's weapon or what have you. You can pick up their ammo if you want, but like this dude, if he has like a C7 or what have you, he can't pick up somebody's 249 because it won't actually register. All right, so he's got a buddy. That's good. Where's the leadership? Everybody's just chilling.
Fucking left-hand side, this building here. Bravo 4? This is Bravo 7. We're at 6, not 7. You told 29? Yes.
Hey, I like his assertiveness. You need that when all the leadership starts getting schwacked and stuff. But that's not something you want. A bunch of dudes shooting out of the same window.
Yeah. Behind you, okay?
You need to get like layers. You need to have some sustained fire. And did they just move when the gun was down? Oh, that's a scary area to be in. You can go black on ammo real quick. Like run out of ammo super quick. He's down. Hey, at least the dude with the GoPro is still in the fight.
I'm one platoon this guy. Let's try to get him back.
Yeah, so at this point, when you have like all these different layers, it's terrifying. Sometimes there's just not a lot you can do, but with things like this, it's nice to have like maybe a couple people back here or somebody else here, so you can have one sort of group of people or just one dude sort of holding low, some dudes holding high, and then of course when you have like a big sort of sector that you need to sort of like break it into pieces. So at this point, they're kind of just exposing themselves to a lot of different danger areas, and that is how it is sometimes, especially when everybody just starts getting knocked down. The best thing you can do at this point is get inside of a building, establish a foothold, and sort of take it from there. Of course, they have the objective to clear the entire village. If you start running too low on people, sometimes it's going to end up turning into suicide. So getting into a building at least provides you with cover. Because right now, yeah, they can get maneuvered upon and it's not going to be fun. Oh, we didn't get to see the end of that. I wonder if they survived. All right, there you go. There's the rain. Oh, that looks awesome. What is this, like towards the end of the exercise? Now, they're still doing a force on force. In the middle of this courtyard, just making a fire. Alright, so they got some role players as villagers. It's nice when you can get that because it adds a lot of the realism, especially depending on what these guys are actually deploying to do. Usually these rotations will have like, it depends. In the Marine Corps, there wasn't a whole lot of leniency with how you can do the training. It was pretty much just assaults and it was pretty much cookie cutter. But there are certain exercises that can supplement that, like the immersion trainer in the Marine Corps, where you bring in a lot of role players and you make that mission specific to what you're going to be doing on deployment. And the JRTC kind of has a few different sort of scenarios that'll sort of make it a little bit closer to what you're probably going to be doing on deployment. So sometimes it can be changed up, sometimes it's a little bit more cookie cutter. Nice. Hell yeah. Those trees. Yeah, that thing is moving too. Oh, that's sick. Damn. They're flying super low. I guess to avoid like sort of detection or sort of other weaponry, but damn, that was hella low. Alright, so they're attacking another compound now. Yeah, this one doesn't look as complicated, which is nice. I imagine they revived everybody just so they can get the reps in. And you can see here, this is actually wired up as well. I think it is, but yeah, there's also systems for the vehicles. So there's actually like anti-tank simulators that will shoot like a big laser or something, and that could actually knock out the vehicles. So you do need to watch out for that as well.
Charlie 1-1, dismount, dismount, dismount.
What's going on with those guys? Nice, okay, some obscuration. What's going on? They're moving all over the place. This looks like so much fun though. It really, like, it's a lot of effort to do these big exercises, but it's like, of course, some of the best training that you'll get. Oh, some of those guys have... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The voice again. Unless he knows a guy that just does a good imitation. Okay, so now we're seeing sort of the end of the exercise where, yeah, this is where all the drinking happens, sort of like a Warriors Nights kind of thing that you'll do at the end. And then as you're waiting for like transportation out of there, you'll start doing like sports and whatnot or what have you. So, okay, and then he's doing a little after action review. Yeah, that was some pretty solid footage, I gotta say. Yeah, these exercises, again, they're a lot of work, but they're a lot of fun. And it's nice to be able to get a rep, especially as the entire unit, because normally you'll do a lot of like training exercises, but it'll be like team level, squad level, platoon level, and then company level is what you'll usually work with. But getting like bigger elements like battalion or brigade or whatnot, getting big elements like that to come and train together doesn't happen too much. So that's why it's nice to all come together, especially when you get a lot of the support as far as like the rotary wing and the fixed wing and stuff. It's really nice to be able to actually be implementing that like you would on deployment. So yeah, these exercises obviously are very necessary to be able to give everyone a little bit more of that experience working with like different companies and also working with those supporting elements like the sort of, you know, air and what have you. But again, if I got any of that wrong, let me know. But from what I can see, it's sort of the month-long exercise you do prior to deployment to sort of certify the entire unit. It's very similar to the Army's NTC or JRTC and the Marine Corps' combined arms exercise or integrated training exercise. Yeah. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys took parts, let me know how it was. It's nice seeing the perspective from someone who just like throws on a GoPro, because that's like pretty much how it was. That's very, very raw. Of course, they cut out some of the boring stuff. Now, I will say, I have a video I put up of sort of some of the antics that you do on the off time, like either after you got killed or after you're waiting for, you know, certain events to, you know, get planned out and get started. There's a lot of downtime and you get to do some really funny stuff with each other. You just do some antics, and I have a video specifically about some of those antics I did when I was at JRTCs. So I'll throw that link down in the video description so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But yeah, we got to see a little bit of that towards the end of this video. Once the exercise is over, you know, everybody sort of gets together and they sort of unwind, because yeah, it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stuff to do for a month long of just training and being in the field. Of course, being on deployment, yeah, it's a lot of work as well, but of course on deployment, you'll have a lot of downtime as well. So this sort of simulates all of that in just a compressed time frame. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any other sort of month-long exercises in your specific militaries, let me know how it is. Let me know how it compares with like what we're seeing here and sort of what I've been describing. But generally, yeah, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of build-up, a lot of that certification, but there's also a lot of downtime and a lot of antics you can get up to. And especially when a lot of people are doing a lot of work together, they want to unwind whenever they can. And you just come up with some creative stuff to do. Like we were doing like hacky sack with a pine cone for a little bit, and that was actually pretty fun. We killed like several hours doing that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Of course, if you guys liked it, you can hit that thumbs up, comment, and let me know what you think. And if you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing, because we check out some pretty cool stuff on this channel. If y'all have anything to recommend, you can throw it in the comments, or you can head over to the Discord and recommend stuff there as well. But that is it for this video. I will see y'all in the next one.